Hello and welcome students. I Kumar welcome you again on this platform where we simplify your preparations. So today we have again a very important session for you, and today we'll be taking slot 3 of CAT 2021. Now again I'll be reiterating the importance of the previous year. Previous year's questions are the most important thing that you have to do whenever you are practicing for any exam, because a lot of the questions will be repeated from these only. So whatever may be your dream college, ठीक है, you have to solve CAT questions, and CAT questions are important for other exams also. ऐसा नहीं कि CAT is only important for CAT exam. Even suppose my dream college is SRCC. SRCC is a very good college, right? Sri Ram College of Commerce. So then also I have to practice CAT, because what they do generally, they'll take the questions whatever have come in CAT exam. So the paper of CAT is very, very, very important. Okay. So let's start with the session. So this is the first question, and what this question is about. So its question says that a shop owner bought a total of 64 shirts from a wholesale market that came in two sizes. Okay, so there were two sizes, small and large. The price of a shirt was INR 50 less. The price of small shirt was 50 less than that of a large shirt, and she paid a total of 5,000 for the large shirts and a total INR of 1,800 for the small shirts. Then the price of large shirt and a small shirt together. So what we have to do, we have to get the combined value. What will be the price of a large and a small shirt? तो सपोज अगर मान लो मैंने अज्यूम किया कि लार्ज शर्ट का प्राइस L रुपीज है. ओके, प्राइस ऑफ लार्ज शर्ट इज L रुपीज. So from this line we can say that price of a small shirt is what? It will be L minus 50. If the price of large shirt is L, okay, the price of a small shirt will be L minus 50. And if suppose यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ है suppose total 64 shirts है, ठीक है. So मान लेते हैं कि large shirt जो है suppose उसका count है X, ठीक है. If the large shirt suppose the count is X, तो अगर large shirt X है, so what would be the count of small shirts? It will be X minus 64 minus X. (64 minus X). Alright, now what it is saying that she has paid a total of 5,000 for large shirts. It means that L into X, the value should be what? It should be 5,000. And for small shirts means 64 minus X into L minus 50. The value should be what? It should be 1,800. Now we have a linear pair of equation, okay, and we have two variables L and X. Two equations are there and two variables are there. Can we get to an answer? Yes, we can definitely get an answer. Solve this equation, ठीक है. Either keep the value of L, यहाँ से या तो L की वैल्यू निकाल लो या तो X की वैल्यू निकाल दो. Place in this equation, you will be getting the value. लेकिन अगर मान लो मेरे पास options है, rather than solving equations, using options will be a better deal. ठीक है, कैसे? क्यों मतलब बेटर डील है? क्योंकि इट विल टेक लेस टाइम. सिंपल सी बात है कि ये कम टाइम लेता है. तो अब मैं देखता हूं ऑप्शंस, ठीक है. तो व्हाट आई हैव टू गेट बेसिकली द सम ऑफ लार्ज शर्ट एंड अ स्मॉल शर्ट्स प्राइस. लार्ज शर्ट इज L रुपीज एंड स्मॉल शर्ट इज L minus 50. इट मींस दैट इट शुड बी टोटल L minus 50. तो ये जो वैल्यू है ये क्या है? ये 12 minus 50 का वैल्यू है. तो अगर मान लो मैंने अज्यूम किया कि आंसर 175 होगा सपोज, ठीक है, तो इस केस में L की वैल्यू क्या आ रही है? डेसिमल्स आ रही है. तो ये ऑप्शन स्टार्ट करने से ज्यादा अच्छा है कि आप बाकी के ऑप्शन स्टार्ट करो. क्यों? इससे फायदा क्या होगा? अगर मान लो मैंने ये इससे स्टार्ट किया तो थोड़ा कम कैलकुलेटिव होगा, और बाई चांस अगर मान लो मेरे किस्मत ने साथ दी दे, इफ माय लक इज गुड, ओके, इन दोनों में से अगर कोई आंसर मिल गया, इट्स वेरी गुड, कम कैलकुलेशन में काम हो जाएगा. अगर ये दोनों भी नहीं हुआ तो आई डेफिनेटली ट्राई विद दिस. अगर ये नहीं हुआ देन दिस इज द आंसर. बट गोइंग बाय ऑप्शंस इज अ बेटर डील आई गेस. तो अगर मान लो इफ आई एम स्टार्टिंग विद ऑप्शन बी, so 12 minus 50 will be what? It will be 150. It means that what will be the value of L? The value of L is what? It is 100 rupees. Okay, the price of a bigger shirt is 100 rupees. So smaller shirt का price क्या होगा? It will be 50. अब ऐसे देखते हैं. If this is 100, okay, if this is 100, तो this will be what? This will be 50. अगर आपने L की value 100 रखी, it means that X is 50. Let's place it in this and let's see कि answer justify हो रहा है या नहीं. So 64 minus X means it will be 14. 14 into 50. 14 इंटू 50 तो 7000 होता है यार, मतलब 700 होता है, 1800 तो नहीं होगा, 7000 हो जाएगा ये तो, 14 5 70, सॉरी इट विल बी 700, यानी दिस इज नॉट जस्टिफाइंग द आंसर। अगर आप ऑप्शन बी के साथ जा रहे हो तो ये इस इक्वेशन को जस्टिफाई नहीं कर रहा है। लेट्स ट्राई फॉर द अनदर ऑप्शन देन। इंस्टेड ऑफ 150, अगर मान लो मैंने अज्यूम किया कि चलो 12 माइनस 50 की जो वैल्यू है दैट इज 200। अब अगर 12 माइनस 50 200 है, सो व्हाट विल द वैल्यू ऑफ एल? द वैल्यू ऑफ एल इज 125। इफ एल इज 125, व्हाट विल बी द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स? 5000 डिवाइड बाय 125, इट इज 40। ओके, द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स इज व्हाट? इट इज 40। लेट्स प्लेस इट इन दिस इक्वेशन और देखें कि सही आंसर आ रहा है या नहीं। सो 64 माइनस 40 इज 24 एंड 125 is 75. So 24 into 75, I guess it will be 24 into 75 is 1800. Yes. So both the equations are satisfied. So if I am going by options, ठीक है, मेरे को ना इक्वेशन सॉल्व नहीं करना पड़ा, और एग्जाम में इतना प्रेशर होता है, इक्वेशन सॉल्व करूंगा तो ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा, ऑब्वियस सी बात है। सो फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 आंसर इज व्हाट? इट इज ऑप्शन सी। अब अगर मान लो किस्मत बहुत ही खराब होती ना तो ये दोनों आंसर नहीं होते, इन दोनों में से होता, फिर एक और कैलकुलेशन करना होता, मान लो ये कैलकुलेशन करके देखता, अगर इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाई हो जाता वेल एंड गुड, नहीं तो फिर ये आंसर होता। सो दिस वाज क्वेश्चन नंबर 1। मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है? सो वन डे राहुल स्टार्टेड अ वर्क एट 9 AM एंड गौतम जॉइंड हिम 2 hours later. They worked together and completed the work at 5 PM. So if they are starting at 9 AM, okay, if they are starting at 9 AM and they are completing at 5 PM, it means that they have worked for 8 hours. Means Rahul has worked for 8 hours. तो अगर मान लो राहुल की एफिशिएंसी कैपिटल आर है और गौतम की एफिशिएंसी कैपिटल जी है, सो डायरेक्टली वी कैन से दैट कि राहुल हैज वर्क फॉर 8 hours. सो 8 hours में कितना वर्क करेगा? 8 times of r, because efficiency of r Rahul I have assumed as r. Or for how much long Gautam has worked? Gautam has worked for 7 hours. So it will be 7g. Amount of work done by Rahul in 8 hours. Amount of work done by Gautam in 6 hours. Sorry. 6 hours. The same day, if both had started at 9 AM and worked together, the work would have been completed 30 minutes earlier. लेकिन अगर ये बोल रहा है if both have started, ठीक है, अगर मान लो दोनों ने साथ में काम स्टार्ट किया 9 o'clock, the work would have been done at 4:30 itself. So 4:30 means 7:30. तो अगर इसने 7:30 hours काम किया या 7.5 hours काम किया, Rahul has worked for 7.5 hours and Gautam has also worked for 7.5 hours. The work is again completed. तो आप इन दोनों इक्वेशन को कंपेयर करके आर और जी का वैल्यू निकाल सकते हो, ठीक है, या आप डायरेक्टली ऐसे भी देख सकते हो। इफ बोथ आर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द सेम टाइम, राहुल का हाफ आवर बच रहा है, तो राहुल का अगर हाफ आवर बच रहा है लेकिन गौतम को कितना आज एक्स्ट्रा देना पड़ रहा है? गौतम हैज टू गिव 1.5 hours एक्स्ट्रा। अगर दोनों साथ में काम कर रहे हैं तो राहुल का हाफ एन आवर बच रहा है बट गौतम हैज टू गिव 1.5 hour एक्स्ट्रा। इट मींस दैट वॉट एवर वर्क राहुल डू इन हाफ एन आवर, सेम वर्क करने के लिए गौतम को हाफ एन आवर लगता है, 1.5 hour लगता है। अगर ये नहीं समझ में, आप सिंपली इक्वेशन सॉल्व कर लो। अगर आप इसको सॉल्व करोगे सो यू विल बी हैविंग हाफ ऑफ आर इज इक्वल्स टू 3/2 times ऑफ गौतम, और वी कैन से ये और ये तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा। सो फ्रॉम दिस वी कैन हैव r upon g is 3/1, मींस r की एफिशिएंसी 3 यूनिट्स है और गौतम की एफिशिएंसी 1 यूनिट्स है। नेक्स्ट अब हमें क्या चाहिए? वर्किंग अलोन, द टाइम राहुल वुड हैव टेकन इन आवर्स टू कंप्लीट द वर्क। नाउ इफ राहुल इज वर्किंग, सो व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर टाइम? फॉर्मूला फॉर टाइम इज व्हाट? द टोटल वर्क दैट हैज टू बी डन अपॉन टोटल एफिशिएंसी। So in order to get the value of total work, simply place the value of r and g either in this equation or in this equation. So let's place it in this equation. So the value of total work will be what? 8 into 3, it is 24. 6 into g, it is 6. So total work is 30. And this work is done by whom? It is done by Rahul. So I'll be taking the efficiency of Rahul, simply divide it. So how much time Rahul will be taking to complete the work? So Rahul will be able to do the work in 10 hours. Okay, so answer to the question is what? It is option B, which is 10 hours. A very basic question which is from time and work. Moving on to the next one, that is question number 3. So what does question number 3 says? So in a tournament, a team has played 40 matches so far and has won 30% of them. मतलब अभी तक 40 मैचेस में हम बोल सकते हैं they have won 12 matches. If they win 60% of the remaining matches, their overall win percentage will be 50. Now before I go further, इसी लाइन पर मैं रुकता हूं. ठीक है, अभी तक क्या हो रहा है? Currently their win percentage is 30. ठीक है, and they have played 40 of the matches. But if they will be playing certain number of more matches, कितने matches extra कर रहे हैं वो हमें नहीं पता. If they will be playing certain number of more matches and will be winning 60% of them, their overall win percentage will be 50%. So can I use allegation here? देखो, एक variety है 30 rupees वाला rice, another variety is of 60 rupees, and when you are mixing it, the effective price is 50 rupees. So can we use allegation here? और allegation नहीं भी यूज कर रहे हैं तो आप ऐसे देखो, सिंपली वी हैव टू गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स ना, कि कितने मैचेस प्ले किया उसने. तो अगर मान लो एक राइस है 30 रुपीज पर केजी की और अनदर राइस है 60 रुपीज पर केजी, यू हैव टेकन 40 केजीज ऑफ दैट एंड वी हैव टेकन एक्स केजीज ऑफ दिस. मैं दोनों को जब मैं मिक्स कर रहा हूं तो इफेक्टिव प्राइस जो राइस का आ रहा है पर केजी दैट इज 50 रुपीज. तो 30 रुपीज वाला राइस अगर आप 40 केजीज ले रहे हो, हाउ मच मनी विल बी पेइंग टू द शॉपकीपर? 30 इंटू 40. 60 रुपीज वाला राइस अगर आप एक्स केजीज ले रहे हो तो शॉपकीपर को कितना पैसा पे करोगे? 60x. In return, how much kg of rice you are getting? 40 plus x. And what is the effective rice per? What is the price of rice? Or what is the effective price of rice per kg? Effective rice of price is 50 rupees. तो इसको सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. So we'll have 1200 plus 60x equals to 50 into 4 is 20. So 2000 plus 50x. Or we can say that 10x is what? 10x is 800. So the value of x is what? X is 80. Okay, means they have played 80 more matches. Next, suppose they win 90% of the remaining. मतलब instead of 60%, अगर मान लो they have won 90% of the 90% of 80 matches अगर उन्होंने जीत दिया नहीं, they will be winning 72 more matches. Then the total number of matches won by team in tournament. So 70 matches, 72 matches ये हो गए, and initially they had won 12 number of matches from this section. So total number of matches they will be winning will be what? It will be 84. Again, a very 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 doable question. ठीक है, किसी भी दिन अगर ये आपको मिलता जरूर करना चाहिए था ये क्वेश्चन. So this is question number 3 from the chapters we can say mixture and allegation. Moving on to the next one. Next question is from the chapters of logarithm. Logarithm is a very important chapter. Question रहता ही है. आप किसी साल का भी पेपर उठाकर देख लो और बोल दो कि सर इस साल लॉग का क्वेश्चन नहीं आया था, अभी तक तो ऐसा नहीं हुआ है, तो आगे भी शायद ना हो. ठीक है, लॉग का क्वेश्चन डेफिनेटली देखने को मिलेगा. सो व्हाट दिस क्वेश्चन इज, सो वी हैव बीन गिवन दिस एक्सप्रेशन एंड द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस एक्सप्रेशन इज 4. सो द क्वेश्चन इज लाइक दिस: log a with base 15 plus log a with base 32 upon log a with base 15 into log a with base 32 and the value of it is. Instead of writing it like this, ठीक है, can we write it like this? ये जो है ये कुछ नहीं, ये ऐसा है. It is log a with base 15 plus log a with it is 1 upon log a base is 32, and 1 upon log a upon 15 can be written as it is log, simply base और number को change कर दो, so it will be log 15 base a and it will be log 32 base a and the value of it is 4. The two log functions are added, so what we can say, it will be log of 15 into 32 with base a and the value of it is 4. So what does it mean? ठीक है, और what will the value of a? ठीक है, जब भी आप किसी log को लिखते हो, जैसे मान लो मैंने ऐसा लिखा log 2 32, इसका मतलब क्या है? 2 should be raised by what power so that answer is 32. तो यहां पर मतलब क्या होगा? a should be raised by what degree so that answer is this. So a is raised to the power of 4 to get value as 15 into 32. अब मुझे इसका क्या करना है? मुझे इसका 1/4 रूट लेना है. सो 32 के बदले अगर मैं इसको मान लो ऐसे लिख दूं 30 into 16, ठीक है। सो 16 क्या है, इट इज 2 टू द पावर, यहां पर सिंप्लीफाई करता हूं, ठीक है। A4 इज एक्चुअली 30 इंटू 16, तो मुझे इसका 1/4 लेना है, ठीक है, और मुझे 16 का 1/4 लेना है। तो 16 का 1/4 लोगे तो ये तो 2 आ गया, ठीक है, 16 का 1/4 लोगे ये तो 2 आ गया। अब इसका अप्रॉक्सीमेट वैल्यू लेने की कोशिश करते हैं। तो ये जो 30 है, 30 लाइज समवेयर बिटवीन 25 एंड 36। तो अगर आप मान लो 30 का स्क्वायर रूट ले लो एक बार, सो व्हेन यू विल टेक द स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 30, सो ये 5 का स्क्वायर और 6 के स्क्वायर के बीच बीच है, सो नियरली द वैल्यू ऑफ इट इज 5.5, ठीक है, नियरली। एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू क्या है मुझे नहीं पता, बट अगर मैं 30 का अंडर रूट लूं इट विल बी 5.5 एंड आई हैव टू टेक 1/4 पावर ऑफ इट, यानी इसका एक बार फिर से स्क्वायर रूट ले लेता हूं। तो इसका अगर आप स्क्वायर रूट लोगे सो इट विल बी 2 पॉइंट समथिंग। सो स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 30 इज 2 पॉइंट समथिंग एंड इट इज 2। तो जब आप इसको मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो a का वैल्यू क्या होगा, इट विल बी 4 पॉइंट समथिंग। सो 4 पॉइंट समथिंग कहां पे आ रहा है, कौन सा ऑप्शन जस्टिफाई करेगा, ऑप्शन सी विल जस्टिफाई इट। सो फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 आंसर इज व्हाट, इट इज ऑप्शन सी। 4 और 5 के बीच में इसकी कुछ वैल्यू आएगी, ओके। मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 5। क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 परसेंटेज का सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, देख लेते हैं। So what it says, total of male and female population in a city increased by 25% from 1970 to 1980. During the same period, male population increased by 40 while female increased by 20. अच्छा हुआ क्या? So male population has gone up by 40%, female population has gone up by 20%, but overall, ठीक है, overall पूरे population का percentage कैसे हुआ? It has increased by 25%. ठीक है, मेल्स पॉपुलेशन इज इंक्रीजिंग बाय 40, फीमेल्स पॉपुलेशन इज इंक्रीजिंग बाय 20, बट ओवरऑल जो इफेक्टिव चेंज है वो 25% है। तो क्या मैं ऐसा बोल सकता हूं क्या कि एक वैरायटी ऑफ राइस 40 रुपीज पर केजी का था, अनदर वैरायटी ऑफ राइस इज 20 रुपीज पर केजी, व्हेन वी आर मिक्सिंग बोथ द वैरायटीज ऑफ राइस द प्राइस दैट वी आर गेटिंग इज 25 रुपीज। सो इन व्हाट रेशियो दिस हैज टू बी मिक्स्ड, simply use the allegation. So 40 minus 25 is 15, 20 minus 25 is 5. So the ratio is 1:3. The ratio of male to female population is 1:3. तो मेरे पास ये आ गया, male is to female का जो population है that is in the ratio of 1:3. So in general I am assuming male's population is 100x and female's population is 300x. ये कब की बात है, 1970 की। In 1970 males population is 100x and females 1 is 300x. अब हो क्या रहा है, if males population in 1980 what will happen, population of male is increasing by 40%. तो अगर ये 40% से increase हो गया so it will become 140x, and if this is increasing by 20% this will become 360x. Next in 1990 what is happening, if female population is in 1990 the female population is again increasing by 25%. So increase it by 25%. अगर आप इसे 25% से increase करोगे it will become 450. And what is happening with male population, whatever is female population, males population is just half of it. ठीक है, ऐसा ही है ना, twice का मतलब अगर मैं उल्टा करूं तो ये half होना चाहिए. So male population will be what, it will be 225x. Now what we have to get, then the percentage increase in the total of male and female population in the city from 1970 to 1990. 1970 में जो population था और 1990 में जो population है, what is the percentage change in it? So in 1970 what was the total population? It was 400x. And in 1990 what is the total population? It is 675x. So from 400 to 675, ठीक है, 400 से 675 का इंक्रीमेंट हो गया. So what is the percentage change? So in order to get the percentage change, how we can get it? Simply पहले देखो कितने से चेंज किया, that will be the numerator with respect to original value. Originally the population was 400x. In order to get the percentage, multiply by 100. x and x will be cancelled, 0 और 0 will be cancelled. इसको 4 से डिवाइड कर लो. So 27 डिवाइड करोगे 24 6 टाइम्स में 35 यानी 32. So 68.75%. So for question number question number 5 answer is what? It is 68.75%. Okay, so this question is a mixture and allegation and percentage. Good one. Okay, it's a very good question, I guess. Moving on to the next one. Next question is question number 6. So question number 6 is, consider a sequence of x1, x2, x3 such that it is given that xn plus 1 is actually x of n plus n minus 1. Okay, if we have to get x of n plus 1, it is actually x of n plus n minus 1, where n is the number of the term. So what will be the value of x of 100? Okay, so first of all, I have the value of x of 1. If I'll be keeping the value of n is 1, अगर मान लो हमने n की वैल्यू 1 रखी, so ये क्या हो जाएगा, x2 will be x1, so x1 the value is minus 1 plus 1 minus 1, so it will be what? It will be minus 1. If we are keeping the value of n as 2, so this will give us x of 3, so x of 3 is equals to x2. So what is the value of x2? It's minus 1, and it will be 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is what? It is 2 minus 1 is 1, right? So it will be 0. If the value of n is 3, okay, we will be getting x of 4. So x of 4 will be what? It will be 0 plus n minus 1, right? So 2 minus 1 is what? It is 1, I guess. Okay. X of 4. Okay. So for x n, so 3 minus 1, so it will be 2. Okay. Similarly, if suppose I am keeping the value of n as 4, so I'll be getting x of 5. So x of 5 will be what? It will be 2 plus 3 minus 1, which is 2. Oh, sorry, 4 minus 3. n की वैल्यू क्या है? 4. So 4 minus it will be 3. So it will be 5. ठीक है. So are we getting a particular pattern? कुछ ऐसा पैटर्न मिल रहा है क्या? जब n की वैल्यू 1 है, वी आर गेटिंग x2 एज -1. ठीक है. जब n की वैल्यू 2 है, वी आर गेटिंग x3 दैट इज 0. यानी -1 में अगर आप +1 ऐड करोगे, यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस आंसर. ठीक है. जब n की वैल्यू 3 है, द आंसर इज 2. तो मैंने क्या किया होगा, अगर मैंने -1 में, अगर आपने -1 में +3 ऐड किया, ठीक है, -1 में अगर आप +3 ऐड करोगे, सो यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस आंसर. या हम ऐसे भी बोल सकते हैं, यहां से यहां वी हैव एडेड 1. ठीक है. फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर वी हैव एडेड +2. यहां से यहां वी आर एडिंग +3. यानी अगर मुझे नेक्स्ट टर्म चाहिए, सो व्हाट आई हैव टू ऐड, आई हैव टू ऐड +4. ठीक है, +4 ऐड करना पड़ेगा क्या? एक और नंबर निकाल कर देख लेते हैं. ठीक है. सो सपोज इफ आई एम गेटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ व्हेन n इज 5. ठीक है. सो आई विल बी गेटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ x of 6. सो x of 6 क्या हो रहा है? सो इट विल बी 5 plus 5 minus 1, that is 4. So it will be 9. So 5 plus 9, so we have to add 4. ठीक है. तो देखो, जब n की वैल्यू 5 है, ठीक है, वी आर गेटिंग द x6. जब n की वैल्यू 4 है, वी आर गेटिंग x5. तो अगर मुझे x100 चाहिए, ठीक है, अगर मुझे x100 चाहिए, तो x100 में क्या होगा, n की वैल्यू क्या होगी, द वैल्यू ऑफ n विल बी व्हाट, द वैल्यू ऑफ n इज 99. अगर आपको x100 चाहिए, ठीक है, सो द वैल्यू ऑफ n विल बी व्हाट, इट विल बी 99. और अगर मैं ऐसे देखूं, इफ आई वांट टू गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ x2, ठीक है, इफ x2 इज -1, इससे तो फिर मुझे और भी टर्म चाहिए होंगे ना, इस पर नहीं काम करते, ऐसे करते हैं. अगर मान लो मुझे x3 की वैल्यू चाहिए सपोज, ठीक है, सो x3 की वैल्यू मुझे कैसे मिल रही है, x2 plus 1. ठीक है. x4 की कैसे मिल रही है, फॉर x4 मैं क्या कर रहा हूं, 1 plus 2. ठीक है, टोटल 3 का इंक्रीमेंट है. ठीक है. तो जब मुझे x2 की वैल्यू, x2 से छोड़ो, पहले जब ये देखता हूं, इफ आई हैव टू गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ x6, सो इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ x6, व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, x6 के लिए मैं इसको भी ये ले रहा हूं. ठीक है, -1 मेरा स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू है, तो -1 में क्या ऐड कर रहा हूं, -1 में वी आर एडिंग 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, मीन्स वी आर एडिंग अप टू 4 नेचुरल नंबर्स. ठीक है. सिमिलरली जब मुझे x5 की वैल्यू चाहिए तो मैं -1 में क्या ऐड कर रहा हूं, अप टू 3 नेचुरल नंबर्स, सम ऑफ अप टू 3 नेचुरल नंबर्स। जब x6 की वैल्यू चाहिए तो 4 नेचुरल नंबर्स का सम ले रहा हूं। जब x5 की वैल्यू चाहिए तो 3 नेचुरल नंबर्स ले रहा हूं। तो सिमिलरली अगर मुझे x100 चाहिए होगा, सो कैन आई से दैट -1 में वी हैव टू ऐड टिल 98 नेचुरल नंबर्स, सम ऑफ 98 नेचुरल नंबर्स हमें लेना पड़ेगा। -1 प्लस सम ऑफ 98 नेचुरल नंबर्स। यहां पर देखो, जब आपको x6 की वैल्यू चाहिए, ठीक है, तो आप x6 की वैल्यू में क्या करो, -1 में यू आर एडिंग 1 प्लस 2 प्लस 3 प्लस 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. So -1 plus 10 is 9. If we have to get the value of x5, ठीक है, so we are adding 3 plus 2 6 plus 1 यानी कितना हो गया 6. So -1 में अगर आप 6 ऐड करोगे it will be 5. 3 नेचुरल नंबर्स तक ऐड कर रहे हैं if we have to get the value of x5. तो सिमिलरली अगर मुझे x100 चाहिए, so for that we have to add till 98 natural numbers. So what will be the sum of 98 natural numbers? So sum of natural numbers is given by n into n plus 1 by 2. So for sum of 98 natural numbers, it will be what? It will be 98 into 99 by 2. So that will be 49 into 99. So which is 4851. 4851. So what will be the value of x100? x100 will be 4851 minus 1. That is 4850. So answer to the question will be what? It is question number 6. Question number 6 का आंसर क्या होगा? ऑप्शन डी। तो कभी भी ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आए, सीरीज, सीक्वेंस, या हम इसको बोलते हैं आइट्रेशन वाले क्वेश्चन, तो आप इसमें एक दो टर्म्स निकाल कर देखो, व्हाट इज द लॉजिक दैट इज बीइंग फॉर्म। वंस विल बी गेटिंग द लॉजिक, ठीक है, फिर आंसर निकालने में इतनी मुश्किल तो नहीं आती। मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. The arithmetic mean of scores of 25 students in an examination is 50. It means that 25 students appeared for an exam and their average marks is 50. 5 of these students topped the examination with the same score. ठीक है, अब जो ऊपर के 5 बच्चे हैं, 25 बच्चों में जो ऊपर के 5 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, they are having the same score and they have topped the exam, and all these 5 kids have the same score. If the scores of other students are distinct integers with the lowest one 30, तो जो सबसे कम मिला होगा बच्चे को, उसको क्या मिला होगा 30। फिर उसके बाद ना, एज द स्कोर्स हैव टू बी डिस्टिंक्ट, तो उसके बाद जो बच्चे को मिला होगा उसको 31, ठीक है। नहीं, ये एक और चीज है, एक ये लाइन पे पढ़ लें। द मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल स्कोर ऑफ द टॉपर इज, तो हमें क्या करना है, हमें ना टॉपर्स के स्कोर को मैक्सिमाइज करना है। तो अगर टॉपर्स के स्कोर को मैक्सिमाइज करने हैं तो उसके लिए हमें करना क्या पड़ेगा, जो बच्चे लो स्कोरर वाले हैं उनके स्कोर्स को मिनिमाइज करना पड़ेगा। क्योंकि देखो, अगर एवरेज 50 है तो क्लास का टोटल मार्क्स तो फिक्स्ड हो गया, एंड व्हाट विल बी द टोटल मार्क्स? टोटल मार्क्स विल बी 50 into 25. दिस इज फिक्स्ड, ठीक है, ये अब चेंज नहीं हो सकता। सो इफ यू वांट टू मैक्सिमाइज द मार्क्स दैट टॉपर विल बी स्कोरिंग, so for that what we will be doing, we will be have to minimize the marks of the students who are not the toppers, and it is given कि जो सबसे लोएस्ट स्कोर है वो 30 है। तो जो सबसे लोएस्ट स्कोर है 30, उसके बाद का लोएस्ट स्कोर मैं क्या रख सकता हूँ 31, उसके बाद क्या रख सकता हूँ 32, बिकॉज वी हैव टू कंसिडर ईच नंबर डिस्टिंक्ट। तो टोटल 20 स्टूडेंट्स होंगे, ठीक है। अगर फर्स्ट वन का 30 है, सेकेंड वन का 31 है, तो ऐसे ही करके लास्ट वाले का जो होगा उसका क्या हो जाएगा, he will be scoring 49, ठीक है। टोटल 20 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, मिनिमम स्कोर 30 है, तो ये 20 बच्चों का स्कोर हो गया, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35। अब आप ये देखो कि एवरेज स्कोर कितना है 50, ठीक है। इंस्टेड ऑफ कंसिडरिंग लाइक दिस, आप ऐसे समझो 25 पीपल डिसाइडेड कि वी हैव टू गो फॉर अ पिकनिक, ठीक है। 25 पीपल डिसाइडेड कि लेट्स गो फॉर अ पिकनिक, एंड इट वाज आस्क्ड everyone has to bring 50 rupees. If you want to go for a picnic now, you have to contribute 50. Now what this person has done, he has contributed only 30 rupees. कितने का शॉर्टेज हो जाएगा? There is a shortage of 20 rupees. If this one is contributing 31 rupees, कितने का शॉर्टेज होगा? There is a shortage of 19 rupees. Similarly, there is a shortage of 18 rupees. और लास्ट वाले बच्चे से कितने का शॉर्टेज हो जाएगा? -1. So overall शॉर्टेज क्या होगा? ठीक है, ओवरऑल शॉर्टेज होगा, यानी सिंपली वी हैव टू ऐड नंबर्स फ्रॉम 1 to 20। तो अगर आप 1 से 20 ऐड करोगे, सो इट विल बी 20 into 21/2 यानी 15 सॉरी 10. सो टोटल शॉर्टेज इज ऑफ 210 रुपीज. अब ये जो शॉर्टेज हुआ है पैसे का, हु विल बी बियरिंग दिस? द टॉपर्स विल बी बियरिंग इट. ठीक है, टॉपर्स जो है वो खुद का 50 रुपीज तो लाएंगे. दे वॉन्टेड टू गो फॉर अ पिकनिक, दे विल बी ब्रिंगिंग देयर 50 रुपीज. बट वट एवर शॉर्टेज जो है 210 का, तो ये जो टोटल शॉर्टेज है इसको टोटल 5 लोग मिलकर बियर करने वाले हैं. वाई? बिकॉज देर आर 5 टॉपर्स. सो एवरी वन ऑन देयर पार्ट विल बी ब्रिंगिंग 42 रुपीज एक्स्ट्रा टू बेयर दिस शॉर्टेज. तो अगर ये 42 रुपीज लेकर आ जाएंगे तो इनका स्कोर क्या हो जाएगा? 92. और द टॉपर स्कोर विल बी व्हाट? इट विल बी 92. सो आंसर टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 इज व्हाट? इट इज 92. ओके, moving on to the next one. Next question is question number 8. So question number 8 क्या है? So from profit or loss है. ठीक है. So one part of a hostel's monthly expenses is fixed and the other part is proportional to the number of boarders. मतलब आप ऐसे समझो कि आप एक हॉस्टल चलाते हो. तो हॉस्टल चलाने के लिए आपने, अब आपके हॉस्टल में जो रेंट है, रेंट तो फिक्स्ड होगा, रेंट की वैल्यू तो चेंज नहीं करेगी, रेंट तो फिक्स्ड होगा. Whether in your hostel there are 5 people, 10 people या 90 people, जो आप पूरे बिल्डिंग का रेंट पे करोगे वो तो कांस्टेंट है, वो तो फिक्स रहेगा. इट विल नॉट चेंज कि कितने लोग रह रहे हैं. लेकिन ऐसे समझो जो फूड का एक्सपेंस है, जो फूड का एक्सपेंस है दैट विल वैरी डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ मेनी पीपल आर देयर. अगर ज्यादा लोग होंगे तो फूड पे ज्यादा खर्च होगा. इफ देयर आर लेस नंबर ऑफ पीपल सो एक्सपेंस ऑन फूड विल बी लेस. सो ऐसा ही होता है. अगर मान लो एक लॉज है तो लॉज में जो ओनर होगा ही हैज टू बियर द रेंट एंड ही ऑल्सो हैज टू बियर द एक्सपेंस ऑफ फूड. सो क्वेश्चन में क्या है? वन पार्ट ऑफ हॉस्टल्स मंथली एक्सपेंसेस इज फिक्स्ड. सो मैं मान लेता हूं कि ये जो रेंट पार्ट है दैट इज फिक्स्ड एंड द अदर इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू द नंबर ऑफ पीपल. और पर स्टूडेंट जो फूड में खर्च होगा दैट इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. सो दिस इज द टोटल एक्सपेंस. दिस इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ नंबर ऑफ पीपल. ठीक है, कितने भी लोग रहे आर की वैल्यू तो आपको उतना देना ही है. इफ देर आर 5 पीपल देन ऑल्सो रेंट इज दैट. इफ देर आर 10 पीपल देन ऑल्सो रेंट इज दैट. बट जो एक्सपेंस फूड पर होगा ये तो डिपेंड करेगा ना कितने लोग हैं. इफ देर आर 10 पीपल सो वी हैव टू बियर द फूड कॉस्ट ऑफ फूड ऑफ ओनली 10 पीपल. इफ देर आर 90 पीपल सो वी हैव टू बियर द कॉस्ट ऑफ फूड ऑफ 90 पीपल. सो व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज सेइंग दैट the hostel collects 1600 per month from each boarder. When the number of boarder is 50, the profit of the hostel is 200 per boarder. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? 1600 रुपीज वो पर पर्सन से ले रहा है, लेकिन उसमें से 200 रुपीज ये हो रहा है, यानी द कॉस्ट ही विल बी बियरिंग पर स्टूडेंट विल बी ओनली 1400 रुपीज पर स्टूडेंट. जो टोटल कॉस्ट मीन्स इंक्लूडिंग रेंट एंड फूड, टोटल कॉस्ट दैट ही विल बी बियरिंग विल बी 1400 रुपीज. So from this can I write a equation? देखो rent is fixed, it will not change whether how many people are residing, and if there are 50 boarders so expense on food will be 50 times of F. And what is the total expense that he has to face? 1400 total per student expense 1400 है and total 50 people are there, so total expense 70,000 का होगा क्या? टोटल एक्सपेंस 70,000 का होगा क्या? कैसे? पर स्टूडेंट एक्सपेंस इज 14,000 एंड देयर आर 50 पीपल, सो टोटल एक्सपेंस विल बी 50 इंटू 14,000 दैट इज 70,000. रेंट और फूड का खर्च मिलाकर टोटल हिज एक्सपेंसेस आर 70,000. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट. एंड व्हेन द नंबर ऑफ बोर्डर्स इज 75, सो देखो रेंट इज फिक्स्ड एंड दिस टाइम हाउ मच मनी ही हैज टू बियर? 75 टाइम्स ऑफ एफ एंड द प्रॉफिट ही इज हैविंग इज 250. अगर इसने 1600 रुपीज स्टूडेंट से लिया, प्रॉफिट 250 हो रहा है, यानी उसकी कॉस्ट क्या हो जाएगी? द कॉस्ट विल बी 1350 रुपीज. ठीक है, पर स्टूडेंट जो कॉस्ट आएगा दैट विल बी 1350 रुपीज. सो टोटल कॉस्ट विल बी व्हाट? इट विल बी 1350 इंटू 75 बिकॉज देर आर 75 बोर्डर्स. 101250. ठीक है, 101250. So I have two variables R and F. ठीक है, and we have two equations. Can we get the values of R and F? Yes. Simply subtract it. तो जब आप इसको subtract करोगे तो R और R cancel हो जाएगा. This will be minus 25F and this will be minus of 70,000. So it's 3 minus of 31250. Minus will be cancelled. So the value of F is डिवाइड बाई 25, इट्स 1250. मतलब पर स्टूडेंट जो फूड पर वो एक्सपेंस कर रहा है वो 1250 है. ठीक है, पर जो वो फूड पर एक्सपेंस कर रहा है दैट इज 1250. प्लेस द वैल्यू ऑफ फूड आइदर इन दिस इक्वेशन और इन दिस इक्वेशन, यू विल बी गेटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ आर. तो अगर मान लो मैंने इस इक्वेशन में प्लेस कर दिया, ठीक है, सो 1250 इंटू 50 minus 70,000, it's 7,500. The value of R that we will be getting is 7,500. So this is the expenses that he's bearing. 7,500 as rent and 1,250 per student on food. Next, when the number of boarders is 80, the total profit. Okay. तो सबसे पहले देखो how much money he'll be collecting. पर स्टूडेंट से वो 1600 रुपीज ले रहा, राइट. इफ देर आर 80 स्टूडेंट्स तो टोटल कितना मनी रख लेगा, 1600 इंटू 80, दैट इज 128,000. तो टोटल मनी इतना कलेक्ट होगा. टोटल एक्सपेंस क्या होगा, रेंट इज फिक्स्ड, सो रेंट ही विल बी बियरिंग इज 7500 एंड द एक्सपेंस ऑन फूड दैट ही विल बी बियरिंग एज देर आर 80 स्टूडेंट्स, सो 80 टाइम्स ऑफ 1250, multiply it 80 into 1250. So this is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh and 7,500. So this is the total expense that he is bearing and this is the total returns that he is getting. So how much profit will be there? Simply subtract कर लेते हैं 1280 में से subtract कर लेंगे 1075. So it's 20500. The total profit margin is 20500. ठीक है. So as in question was not very difficult, but yes, question was calculative. Lengthy question है, थोड़ा calculative है. Okay, so this was question number 8. Moving on to the next one. Next question is question number 9. So what the question is, the cost of fencing a rectangular plot is 200 per feet along one side and 100 per feet along the 3 other sides. If the area of the rectangular plot is 60,000 square feet, then the lowest possible cost of fencing all 4 sides. जब मैं ये पहली बार ये मैंने क्वेश्चन देखा था ना, मैंने बोला है क्या ये, मतलब व्हाट काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन इज दिस, कुछ तो दे ही नहीं रखा है एंड दे आर वांटिंग दिस एंड दिस. फिर मैंने बोला चलो ट्राई करते हैं. सो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने एक डायग्राम बनाया. ठीक है, सो सपोज ये लेंथ है और ये ब्रेथ है, दिस इज लेंथ एंड दिस इज ब्रेथ. नाउ सिंस वी हैव टू मिनिमाइज द पॉसिबल स्कोर, ठीक है, जो पॉसिबल स्कोर है मुझे उसको मिनिमाइज करना है. सो जो 200 रुपीज पर फीट जहां पर चार्जेस है दैट शुड बी मिनिमम. यानी मैं ये ब्रेथ को दे देता हूं, एक ब्रेथ को फेंस करने के लिए आई विल बी नीडिंग 200 रुपीज और दूसरे ब्रेथ को फेंस करने के लिए आई विल बी नीडिंग 100 रुपीज. लेकिन फॉर लेंथ इट विल बी 100 and 100 itself because 3 sides are fenced at 100 rupees per cost and one side is fenced at 200 per feet cost. And since we have to minimize, तो जो smaller value breadth की value मैं समझ रहा हूँ ये छोटा है, so total money that I have to bear or the person has to bear will be 300B, 200 plus 100B plus 200L. So this is the total value that the person has to bear. And since he has to minimize it, what will be the minimum value of this? So in order to get minimum value of it, again what we will be using, we will be simply using the concept arithmetic mean is greater than or equals to your geometric mean, or the minimum value of arithmetic mean is the geometric mean. किसी भी arithmetic mean का minimum value क्या होता है, उसका geometric mean. तो let's try to get the arithmetic mean of it. ठीक है, we have to minimize this, right? हमें ये minimize करना है ना. So what will be the arithmetic mean? It will be 300B plus 200L upon 2. ठीक है, it will be greater than or equals to under root of geometric mean. So geometric mean will be 300 into 200 into L into B. Now we have the value of L into B. It's 60,000. ठीक है, L into B का value है 60,000. So 3000B plus 2000L. ठीक है, it will be greater than or equals to 2 times of L into B is also 60,000 and this is also 60,000. So it will be 2 times of 60,000. So it will be 1,20,000. So the minimum cost, देखो the cost of it 300B plus 200L जो है, ठीक है, इसका मिनिमम कॉस्ट क्या होगा 1,20,000. 1,20,000 से ज्यादा हो सकता है, but the minimum cost will be what? It will be 1,20,000. So answer to the question is what? It is 1,20,000. Now using this question, मुझे तो पता नहीं कितने क्वेश्चन आए होंगे कैट में. एवरी नाउ एंड देन ये कंसेप्ट तो यूज होता ही होता है. कैट का ये तो इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. अरिथमेटिक मीन इज ग्रेटर दैन इक्वल्स टू ज्योमेट्रिक मीन. Okay, so this was question number 9. Moving on to the next one. Next question is question number 10. So a park is shaped like a rhombus and has an area of 96. So we have a rhombus like this. Okay, and it is given that the area is 96. So let the diagonals are D1 and another diagonal is D2. So if the area is 96, so we can say that half of D1 into D2 is 96. Okay, or D1 into D2 will be what? It will be 90, 90, 180, 192. Okay, so the value of D1 into D2 is 192. This we have. If 40 meter of fencing is needed to enclose the park, so fencing is done across the along the ये perimeter, यानी ये जो rhombus है इसकी perimeter है 40 meters. So if the perimeter is 40, it means that each side will be 10, because in a rhombus each side are equal, and if perimeter is 40, it means that each side is 10. So from this now we can say that D1 square plus D2 square will be equals to 4 times of A square. ठीक है, this is a relation of a rhombus. किसी भी rhombus का diagonals का square will be equals to 4 times the sides का square. So we can say that the value of D1 square plus D2 square is equals to 400 square. Oh sorry, 400. तो अब मेरे पास दो इक्वेशन है. D1 square plus D2 square is equals to 400. Okay, and D1 into D2 is 192. Again, if you want, you can solve this equation and get to an answer. लेकिन फिर से इक्वेशन सॉल्व करने में तो टाइम लगता है, टाइम वेस्ट होता है ज्यादातर. So can we get the answer? Yes. देखो D1 स्क्वायर और D2 स्क्वायर का दो नंबर्स का स्क्वायर है 400 का सम. तो दो नंबर्स का स्क्वायर है मतलब जो नंबर्स होंगे छोटे छोटे होंगे. छोटे छोटे नंबर्स का स्क्वायर करोगे तभी तो 400 होगा, नहीं तो बड़े बड़े नंबर्स का स्क्वायर तो बड़ा आंसर होता है. सो लेट्स सिंप्लीफाई 192. सो जब आप 192 को फैक्टराइज करोगे ना, so 192 is actually 64 into 3, and 64 is what? 64 is 2 to the power of 6 into 3. 64 is actually 2 to the power of 6 into 3. So if I'll be taking 2 to the power of 6, मान लो 64 का स्क्वायर लिया, इन दोनों में से किसी को 64 मान लो, 64 का स्क्वायर विल बी अ वेरी बिग नंबर. फिर क्या कर सकते हो, 2 to the power of 5 रखते हैं. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. तो अगर मैंने 32 का स्क्वायर किया, 32 स्क्वायर इज ऑल्सो अ वेरी बिग नंबर. ठीक है, तो 32 भी नहीं हो सकता. नेक्स्ट नंबर क्या हो सकता है, 2 to the power of 4. तो अगर मान लो मैंने 2 to the power 4 लिया तो ये हो जाएगा 16 का स्क्वायर. और अगर 2 to the power 4 मैंने यहां यूज कर लिया, सो आई विल बी लेफ्ट विथ 3 and 4. सो 3 and 4 विल बी 12. सो 16 स्क्वायर एंड 12 स्क्वायर सैटिस्फाई द रिलेशन. 16 स्क्वायर इज 256 and 12 square is 144. It means that the two diagonals are 16 and 12. ठीक है, ये चीज आपको करना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो आप इक्वेशन सॉल्व करते रह जाओगे, बाकी बच्चे कर कर आगे चले जाएंगे. So 256 and 144. Sorry, 16 and 12 are the two diagonals. So what we have to now find the cost of laying electric wires along its two diagonals. Okay, so one diagonal is of 16 units and another one is 12. So total length of a diagonal will be 28 and the total cost will be 28 into 125. Okay, so 28 into 125, answer will be what? It will be 3500. It totally depends how you take the question. अगर मान लो मैं इक्वेशन सॉल्व करता तो बहुत टाइम लगता. ठीक है, लेकिन अगर मैं ऐसे सोच सकता हूं, if I am able to think it like this way, ठीक है, then questions can be doable. So this was question number 10. Moving on to the next one. Next question is question number 11. So what this question is, a tea shop offers tea in cup of 3 different sizes. The product of the prices in INR of 3 different sizes is equals to 800. the price of the smallest size and the medium size are in the ratio of 2:5. यानी 3 different sizes हैं, एक है small, एक है मान लो medium और एक है large. अब ये बोल रहा है जब prices of smallest and the medium is in the ratio of 2:5. So suppose this is 2x and this is 5x, and the price of large cups are suppose capital small l. And if you'll take the product now from the first equation, if I'll take the product of the prices, 2x into 5x into L is what? It is 800. If the shop owner decides to increase the price of the smallest and the mediums 1/6, so 2x plus 6 will be the new price, 5x plus 6 will be the new price, and the large one he is keeping the same and the largest size unchanged. Now the product is 3200. Simply divide both the equations. तो ये L और ये L cancel हो जाएगा. This is 1 times and this is 4 times. ठीक है. Or we can say that 5 into 2 is 10. So 10x, it means that it will be 40x is equals to 10x square. ठीक है. 6 into 5 30 and ये 12, so it will be 42x plus 36. Or we can say that 10x square plus 2x plus 18 is equals to 0. Taking 2 common, again we can say 5x square plus x plus 9 is equals to 0. Solve this quadratic equation. So 9 into 5 मुझे 18 चाहिए. ठीक है. 9 into 5 हमें क्या चाहिए? 9 into 5, sorry, this will be 36. So this is 36 and this will be 18. So हमें 18 into 5 चाहिए 90. So 90 कैसे मिल सकता है? So 5 into 6 होता है, 10 into 9 हो सकता है. ठीक है. So since I need a 1, so it will be split in 10 and 9. So the answer will be 10 and minus 9 divided by 5. So it will be 2. Negative answer तो हो नहीं सकता. It means that the value of x is 2. So if the value of x is 2, the sum of the original prices. So what will be the original price? 2x will be 4, 5x will be 10. ठीक है. So what will the larger price? 4 into 10 is 40. अगर यहाँ पर आप प्लेस करोगे तो लार्ज प्राइस की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी? 800 by 40, which is 20 rupees. So the total answer is what? 34. Question number 4, the answer is what? It is 34. 10, 20 and 4, the answer is 34. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Again ये क्वेश्चन डुएबल था ना, बहुत मुश्किल तो नहीं था, इजी क्वेश्चन था. Question number 12. Question number 12 is, Meera and Amal walk along a circular track starting from the same point at same time. So there is a circular track. Okay. In this circular track, 2 persons are walking. One is Meera, suppose this is the starting point. One is Meera and one is Amal. Suppose speed of Meera is m and speed of Amal is a. If they walk in the same direction, then in 45 minutes, Amal can complete exactly 3 more rounds than Meera. Alright. So if both of them are walking in the same direction, okay, so in 45 minutes of time, Amal can complete 3 more rounds. It means that speed of Amal is more than Meera. And so speed of Amal is more than Meera, okay. If they walk in opposite direction, then they meet for the first time exactly after 3 minutes. Now suppose if they are running in opposite direction, Meera is going in this direction and Amal is going in this direction. So when they will be meeting? So if Meera, they are starting in the same direction and they are meeting. So when they are meeting, suppose अगर मान लो यहाँ पर meet हुई, so this much distance Meera has traveled and this much distance Amal has traveled. So together Meera and Amal have completed the distance. Total ये जो round है, वो total round तो complete हो गया ना. Some part of it is covered by Meera and some part of it is covered by Amal. So Meera and Amal together they are completing this distance in a time of 3 minutes. तो अगर मान लो ये ट्रैक है, इसकी लेंथ L है. So in order to cover a distance of L, together how much time Meera and Amal has taken? Together they have taken 3 minutes. So can we say that L is the distance that Meera and Amal traveled? Okay, since they are moving in opposite direction, so उनका जो relative speed होगा that will be m plus a. And in order to cover this, they are doing it in 3 minutes of time. So what will be the value of L? It will be 3 times of m plus a. The length of the track or the circular track in which they are walking, उसकी length क्या है? 3 times of m plus a. Next, नेक्स्ट अब क्या बोला, इन 45 मिनट्स ऑफ टाइम अमल हैज कवर्ड 3 मोर सर्कल्स। तो आप पहले ये देखो कि एक रोटेशन करने के लिए अमल को कितना टाइम लगेगा। सो फॉर वन रोटेशन अमल विल टेक हाउ मच टाइम, एल अपॉन ए। एंड सिमिलरली फॉर वन रोटेशन हाउ मच टाइम मीरा विल टेक एम अपॉन ए, सॉरी एल अपॉन एम। एक रोटेशन करने के लिए अमल को इतना टाइम लगने वाला है और मीरा को इतना टाइम लगने वाला है। तो 45 मिनट्स में हाउ मच रोटेशन अमल विल डू, 45 टाइम्स ऑफ एल अपॉन ए। 45 मिनट्स में अमल मीरा कितना रोटेशन कर लेगी, 45 टाइम्स ऑफ एल अपॉन एम। एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वेश्चन द डिफरेंस ऑफ इट इज 3। 45 मिनट्स में जितना रोटेशन अमल ने किया है एंड 45 ये में जितना मीरा ने किया, इनका डिफरेंस 3 है। So this will be 45A minus 45M upon the value of L is what? L is 3 upon M plus A. The value is 3 upon M plus A. And this is equals to 3. ये 3 कैंसिल हो जाएगा, ये 3 कैंसिल हो जाएगा, और ये अगर आप देखोगे तो ये M plus A कॉमन हो गया और उधर चला जाएगा. So what will have 15A minus 15M equals to 3 times of M plus 3 times of A. Solving this will be having 12A is equals to 18M, or we'll be having the ratio of Amal and Meera speed. So Amal और मीरा के speed का ratio क्या होगा, it will be 3:2. Amal speed is 3 units and Meera speed is 2 units. Next what we have to get, the number of rounds मीरा walk in 1 hour. तो एक राउंड करने के लिए मीरा को कितना टाइम लगने वाला है, in order to complete 1 round, ठीक है, मीरा will take how much time, L upon M. So let's place the value of L. तो अगर आप L की वैल्यू प्लेस करोगे so it will be 3 times of M plus A. So 3 plus 2 into 5. And what is the speed of Meera? It is 2 units. So for one rotation she is taking 15 upon 2 minutes of time. So 1 hour में how many rotations she will be doing? The number of walk or the number of rotation she will be doing in 60 minutes will be 60 upon 15 by 2. If you'll solve it, it will be 4 into 2, that is 8 rounds. So Meera will be doing 8 rounds, or she will be completing 8 rounds in 1 hour of a time. Okay. So this was question number 12 from the chapter of time, speed and distance. Very important chapter, time, speed, distance. Question रहता है. Moving on to the next one. If a certain weight of an alloy of silver and copper is mixed with 3 kg of pure silver, the resulting alloy will have 90% silver by weight. Again, I think this is a question of ये. So certain weight, कितना weight है नहीं पता, कितना concentration है silver का नहीं पता. So suppose concentration of silver is X%, okay, and the weight that you are taking is W. When this is mixed with 3 kgs of pure silver. Now, if it is a pure silver, obviously concentration of silver will be 100% and we are taking 3 kgs of it. When you are mixing these two, the concentration of silver will be what? It will be 90%. If the same weight of the initial alloy is mixed with, but if the same weight is mixed with 2 kgs of silver, ठीक है, अगर मान लो ये 2 kgs, सॉरी प्योर सिल्वर नहीं है इस बार, क्या बोल रहा है, इफ द सेम वेट ऑफ द इनिशियल अलॉय, मतलब जो हमने पहले लिया था, इज मिक्स्ड विद 2 kgs ऑफ अनदर अलॉय दैट इज 90% सिल्वर, इसमें 90% सिल्वर है, द रिजल्टिंग अलॉय विल हैव 84% सिल्वर. ठीक है, आप चाहो तो सब जगह परसेंट डाल देना, नहीं तो अभी इतना जरूरत नहीं है. तो ये मेरे पास 2 सिनारियोज हैं. फ्रॉम दीज 2 सिनारियोज 2 इक्वेशंस विल बी मेड एंड वी हैव टू गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ x एंड w. अब फिर से देखो, x रुपीज वाला राइस वी हैव टेकन w kgs. हाउ मच मनी विल बी पेइंग टू द शॉपकीपर? w टाइम्स ऑफ x. ठीक है, wx. 100 वाला राइस वी हैव टेकन 3 kgs. मनी पेड टू द शॉपकीपर विल बी 300. इन रिटर्न वी आर गेटिंग w प्लस 3 kg ऑफ राइस एंड व्हाट इज द प्राइस पर kg? इट इज 90. अगर आप इसको सॉल्व करोगे तो wx प्लस 300 इज 90w प्लस 270. Similarly, if I'll form equation out of it, so wx plus 180, okay, directly I'm writing it. Okay, so it will be 84w plus 84 168. So from this we can have the value of या wx की वैल्यू यहाँ से निकाल लेते हैं. So wx की वैल्यू क्या होगी 300 minus 2, so it is 90w minus 30. Place it here. So 90w minus 30 plus 180 equals to 84w plus 168. So 90w minus 84, so it will be 6w. ठीक है, ये 150 अगर उधर चला गया, so it is I think 18. So the value of w is what? It is 3 kgs. Okay, so हमें यही चाहिए. What is the weight of the initial alloy? So the weight of initial alloy is 3 kgs. So simply दो बार हमने alligation use कर लिया and we can form an equation. Once the equation is there, we can get to an answer. ठीक है, अगर आपने यहाँ पर मान लो equation solve कर लिया and you want to go by options, आप वो भी कर सकते थे. And instead that will be a better method. Okay, so this was question number 13 from the chapters of mixture and alligation. Let's see the next question then. So what this question is, so the question is the number of distinct pair of integers m and n satisfying mod of 1 plus mn should be greater than m plus, sorry, should be lesser than m plus n, and it should be lesser than 5. Okay, so what we have to get, so how many distinct pair of m and n are possible such that this inequality holds? So first of all, let's go through this inequality. So this is 1 plus mn under root of m plus n. So mod, if this value is inside mod, it will be positive and it will be positive. So keep taking the square of both. So if you take the square, can I say that it will be 1 plus mn ka whole square will be greater than, sorry, will be lesser than m plus n ka whole square. Simply I'm doing the whole square of both. So here it will be 1 plus m square plus, sorry, m square into n square plus 2mn, and it should be lesser than m square plus n square plus 2 times of mn. So this and this will be cancelled. So ultimately what we will be having, we will be having 1 plus m square plus n square minus m square minus n square is less than 0. Now suppose I am keeping this 1 minus m square together. Okay, so I'll have 1 minus m square. So I have used 1, sorry, this is into, right? This is into m square into n square. So I have 1 minus m square. Now if you'll keep minus n square common, okay, suppose if you are taking out minus n square. So when you take out minus n square common from the remaining, so again you'll be having with, you'll be left with 1 minus m square. Okay, so we can say that ultimately it is what? 1 minus m square into 1 minus n square. So this was the equation. Okay, simply what I had did, I simply squared both the sides. Okay, and I've simply simplified it. So when I'm simplifying it, I'm getting this value lesser than 0. Now what does it mean? If the product of two values is lesser than 0. So from this, what we can enter, from what we can infer that either one will be positive and the other will be negative, or one will be negative and other will be positive. If this condition is there and it is always lesser than 0 or it is always negative, तो ये negative कब होगा? Only if either one of them is positive and one is negative, or one is negative and other one is positive. Okay, so I have this equation. So let's take the first scenario. First scenario, I'm considering 1 minus m square to be positive. Now see, what are the different values of m we can have so that this is positive? Okay, we have to take m and n as integers. So what are the only value of m I can have is 0. Only if your m is 0, then only this will have a positive value. Other than 0, suppose if I'm keeping 1, let the value of m is 1, in that case it is 0. So 0 is not a positive number, right? So if this has to be positive, okay, so in what scenarios this will be positive? Suppose this is the first case. So if I'll be talking about the first case, so first case, if this has to be positive, this will be only if your value of m is 0. Okay, this will be only positive if the value of m is 0. And this has to be negative. So for what instance this will be negative? Simply 1 minus n square has to be less than 0, or we can say that mod of n whole square is less than 1. Okay, or we can say that mod of n should be less than 1. Mod of n should be less than 1. So if I'm taking the first equation, okay, I'm getting the value of m as 0, and mod of n should be what? It should be, just a minute, it should be greater than 1, sorry. Let's write it this way. This is 1 minus n square. So can we write it will be n square? Okay, so this is minus 1 and this is minus 1. Now if you multiply with a negative sign, the inequality sign will change. So you'll have n square is greater than 1. So if my n square is greater than 1, okay, so we can say that mod of n whole square is greater than 1 square, or we can say that mod of n is greater than 1. So when I'm considering this scenario, first scenario, the value of m is 0 and the mod of n is greater than 1. Similarly, if I'll take the second scenario. So for second scenario, similarly, if you want this to be positive. So in what scenarios it will be positive? This will be positive only if your n is 0. So if my n is 0, this has to be negative. So from this we can say that n is 0 and mod of m has to be greater than 1. Okay, so this is the first scenario and this is the second scenario. Now getting back to one more inequality I had, okay, that was m plus n, mod of m plus n should be less than 5. Now let's use the first scenario. Okay, so for the first scenario, the value of m is 0. So if I'll be using the first scenario, I'll be getting mod of m is less than 5. So using both the condition, from this condition I'm getting that mod of m is greater than 1, and this says that mod of m should be less than 5. Oh, sorry. We are taking the first condition, right? So for first condition, it will be mod of n. Okay, so for the first condition, mod of n is lesser than 5 and mod of n is greater than 5. So what are the different values of n we can have? The different values of n we can have is plus minus, these are the value of n, plus minus 2, plus minus 3 and plus minus 4. And what are the respective value of m? M will be 0. So total there are 6 scenarios or 6 cases possible. Similarly, if I'll take the second case, when your n is 0, okay, if my n is 0, so I'll be having mod of m is less than 5. Again, I'll be having the same. It will be plus minus 2, plus minus 3 and plus minus 4. So 6 numbers from here and 6 numbers of from here. So total how many number sets are satisfying this given condition? So total will have 12 different numbers of m and n. Okay, so answer to the question is what? It is 12. Again, a very good question. Okay, in a real-time exam, it's a very challenging question to do in a real-time exam. Okay, exam में शायद click नहीं करता है, but hopefully if next time such kind of question comes, okay, we can be able to solve it. Simply what we have done, we have squared the equation and tried to establish a relation between m and n. Okay, so this was question number 14. The answer is 12. Moving on to the next one. Next question is question number 15. If a triangle ABC, angle BCA is 50 degrees. Okay, so we have a triangle ABC. Okay, in this triangle, it is given that suppose this is A, B, and C. Angle BCA. Okay, this angle has been given as 50 degrees. D and E are the points on AB and AC respectively. So suppose I have point D here, okay, and suppose we have point E here. D and E are points on AB and AC respectively, such that AD is equals to DE. Okay, so we will be having another line such that AD is equals to DE. Okay, if F is a point on BC, so F is a point on BC such that BD is equals to DF. Okay, so this and this is equal. So if these two are equal, so whatever will be this angle, suppose this is X, so this will also be X. And suppose if this is Y, okay, so this will also be Y because these two sides are equal. Now in this given triangle ABC, using internal angle property, can we say that value of angle A plus value of angle B plus value of angle C will be how much? It will be 180 degrees. Okay, so what is angle A? It's Y, it's X, and it is 50. It is equals to 180 degree. So we can say that Y plus X is what? It is 130 degrees. The value of Y plus X is 130 degree. Okay, next what we have to find? Then angle FDE. So actually we have to find this angle. Okay, we have to find this angle. Now see, in this smaller triangle, the smaller triangle DBF, if this is X and this is X, can we say that this angle will be what? This angle, the smaller angle D, will it be 180 minus 2X? Because in any given triangle, sum of all angle is 180. This is Y and this is Y. So can we say that this smaller angle, this is 180 minus 2Y? It's a straight line, right? Point D is a straight line. So this angle, and this angle, total the value should be what? It should be 180. So if it is 180 minus 2X plus 180 minus 2Y, and this is the angle that we have to find. Suppose I'm naming it as angle. Okay, suppose this is angle D. So this angle D, and it total should be what? It should be 180 degrees. This 180 is cancelled. So we have 180 minus of 2 if you'll take common. So what is the value of X plus Y? So X plus Y is what? It is 130. Plus angle D should be equals to 0. So 180 and 260. So from 180 if I'll subtract 260, I'll be getting what? It is 80. So we can say that the value of angle D, or the desired angle, is what? It is 80 degrees. So for question number 15, the answer is what? It is 80 degrees. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Next question is question number 16. So question number 16 is from the chapters of CI and SI. So bank A offers 6% interest rate per annum compounded half yearly. Okay, so bank A, whatever loan you are taking, okay, the rate of interest is what? It is 6% and it is compounded half yearly. Okay, it is compounded half yearly. Bank B and Bank C offer simple interest. So Bank A was offering compound interest. Next, Bank B and Bank C are offering simple interest. Okay, Bank B and Bank C are offering simple interest. But the annual interest rate offered by Bank C is twice that of B. Now, whatever interest rate, suppose the interest rate offered by Bank B is suppose R. So for C, it will be what? It will be 2R. Next, Raju invests a certain amount in Bank B for a certain period and Rupa invests 10,000. Now, Raju has invested certain amount, okay? So this person is Raju. Raju is investing in Bank B. So Raju has invested P rupees in Bank B and Rupa invests 10,000. And Rupa is investing in this bank, okay? And how much money she has invested? 10,000. 10,000 in Bank C for twice the period. Now, whatever is the time period here, the time period here is 2T. Okay, whatever the time period here, the time period is also 2T. Twice that period, okay. The interest that would occur to Raju during the period is equal to the interest that would have occurred had he invested the same amount in Bank A for 1 year. Now, whatever the interest that Raju will be getting from Bank B, it is same as that will be occurred if the same money has been deposited in A. Means suppose if the money deposited in P. Now see, since it's a compound interest and rate of interest, it is half yearly. It has been compounded half yearly. So if it has been compounded half yearly, so effective for a half year or for 6 months, the rate of interest is 3%. Okay. So we know that compound interest is what? Compound interest is actually successive change. So for first 6 months, rate of interest is 3%, and for the second 6 months also the rate is 3%. So effectively, what is the rate of interest? First 6 month ka 3%, second 6 month ka 3%. So it is a successive change. So take the successive change. So when you take the successive change, the effective rate of interest for a year will be what? It will be 6.09%. Okay, so the total interest that the person will be getting from Bank A will be what? P का 6.9%, and this interest is same as what Raju is getting from bank B, and it is simple interest. So if it is a simple interest, it will be principal into rate into time upon 100. 100 and 100 will be cancelled. Okay, principal both were same, so we get that rate into time is actually 6.09. Oh sorry, 6.09. Yes, rate into time, the value of rate into time is what? It is 6.09. Next, what we have to get? The interest accrued in INR to Rupa. So how much interest Rupa will be getting? So Rupa has invested in bank C. Okay, the capital invested is 10,000. So SI will be what? SI will be principal into rate, which is 2R, into time upon 100. 0 is cancelled. Okay, so 2 twos are 4. Okay, and we have the value of R into T, which is 6.09. So if I'll place the value of R into T, okay, so it will be 100 into 2 into 2 into 6.09, or simply it is 609 into 4. So 9 fours are 36 आना चाहिए, 6 fours are 24 आना चाहिए. So correct answer to the question will be what? It will be 2436. ठीक है, it was a good question, but yes, it was a solvable question. बहुत ऐसा डिफिकल्ट नहीं था, बट वी कैन से कि हाँ थोड़ा डेटा ज्यादा था, हमें ये भी देखना है, ये भी देखना है, ये भी देखना है. सो बट इट वाज अ डुएबल क्वेश्चन. So this was question number 16. Moving on to the next question. Next question is question number 17, and this is from composite function. Okay, so we have a function f of x that has been described as x square minus 7x. So f of x is defined as x square minus 7x, and g of x is x plus 3. Then the minimum value of f of g of x minus 3x. So first of all, we have to get f of g of x. So whenever you have to get c, f of x is this. Now if you have to get f of g of x, so actually what we have to do, wherever x is there, replace this x by gx. So f of g of x will be what? It will be gx ka whole square minus 7 times of gx. Okay, f of gx is what? It will be gx ka whole square minus 7 of gx. Now simply place the value of gx. So the value of gx is x plus 3. So it will be x plus 3 whole square minus 7 times of x plus 3. Okay, so this is f of gx. This is f of gx, and extra we have a minus 3x from the question. So we have to get the minimum value of this expression. So let's simplify it. So squaring, it will be x square plus 3x plus 9. Oh sorry, it will be x square plus 6x plus 9 minus 7x minus 21 minus 3x. Simplifying it, it will be x square, 6 minus x, so it will be minus 4x, and it will be minus 12. So we have to get the minimum value of it. So let's try to complete the quadratic equation. So this is a square and this is supposed to ab, minus 2ab. This is a square and this is minus 2ab. So I need a b square. Okay, I need a b square. So b square will be what? Simply what I'm doing, I'm adding a 4 and I'm subtracting minus 4. And already minus 12 is there. Okay, I have used this part of the question, x square minus 4x. Then I have, by my side, I have added plus 4 and subtracted minus 4. Why? Just to complete the square. So when you will be completing the square, it will be x minus 2 ka whole square minus 16. Okay, so we have to get the minimum value of it. Now see, this is a square function. So a quadratic function will always be positive. So whenever this will have the minimum value, okay, that will be the minimum value of this. So if we have to get the minimum value of this, simply what we have to do, let's make it 0. So in what scenarios it will be 0? If your x is 0, if your x is 2. So when my x is 2, so what will the value of this expression? It will be minus 16. Okay, so if this is 0, the expression will have the value as minus 16. So minimum value of this expression will be what? It will be minus 16. Okay, again a very good question, not a difficult one at all. Anil can paint a house in 12 days while Barun can paint it in 16 days. All right, very good. So Anil can do a particular piece of work in 12 days. Same work done by Barun, it will be done in 16 days. Anil, Barun and Chandu undertake. Now the work is done by Anil, Barun and C. Undertake to paint the house for 24,000. Means they have taken the contract of painting the house, and the total money that they will be getting once the job is done is 24,000. And the three of them completes the painting, and when all the three are working, okay, they are doing it in 6 days. So first of all, what we will be doing, we'll be assuming the value of total work. So what's the value of total work? Simply the LCMs of it. So LCM of 12, 16 and 6 is what? It is 48. So if A can do 48 units of work in 12 days, efficiency of A will be 4, efficiency of B will be 3, and the combined efficiency of A, B and C will be what? It will be 8. Okay, combined efficiency of A, B and C is 8. So what is the efficiency of C? So we can say that the efficiency of C is what? It will be 8 minus 4 minus 3, that is 1. Means every day C has done 1 units of work. So in 6 days of time, how much unit of work will be done by C? If the efficiency of C is 1 and the total work lasted for 6 days, it means that in 6 days of time C has worked 6 into 1, which is 6 units of work. So if C has done 6 units of work, he will be paid accordingly. When you are doing 48 units of work, okay, for 48 units of work, the total money that they were getting is 2400. So iska matlab for 1 unit of work, how much they will be getting? They will be getting 2400 upon 48. Okay, for 1 unit of work, this much money they will be getting. So for 6 units, money for 6 units will be what? It will be 24000 upon 48 into 6. So 6 ones are 6 eights are, this is 3 times, so it will be 3000. So out of 24,000 rupees, okay, 3,000 rupees this person C will be getting. Okay, so for question number 18, the answer is what? It is 3,000. Moving towards the next question, that is question number 19. So question number 19 is what? If n is a positive integer such that, okay, so we have an expression like this. This is root 10 7 into 7 root 10 ka whole square. Okay, then we have this expression, it continues, okay, raised to the power of n, and this should has to be less than 999. Okay, now can I write this, can we write this expression like this? This is nothing but it is 10 to the power of 1 upon 7. Okay, what it will be? It will be 10 to the power of 2 upon 7. The next term will be what? It will be 10 to the power of 3 by 7. Similarly, if you will write, okay, it will be 10 to the power of n upon 7. Okay, these all numbers have to be multiplied and these all numbers has to be less than 999. Okay, these all numbers have to be less than 999. Okay, now see, everywhere the base is 10, base is 10, base is 10. अगर मान लो आपके पास ऐसा expression है 2 to the power of 4 into 2 to the power of 3. Won't you say that it will be 2 to the power of 7, 4 plus 3? In a similar way, can't I write here? It will be 10 to the power of 1 by 7 plus 2 by 7 plus 3 by 7 up to n by 7. Okay, and this has to be less than, see, this value is less than 999. Now instead of 999, 999 is less than 1000. So if this value is less than 999, this value should be less than 1000, or 1000 is 10 to the power of 3. Okay, this value is less than 999 and 999 is less than 1000. So can't we say that this value will be less than 10,000? So if this value is less than 10,000, okay, we can say that. Now we have to add 1 by 7, 2 by 7, 3 by 7 up to n by 7. So it is actually the sum of n natural numbers. So it will be 10 to the power of n into n plus 1. Sum of n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2 and it is all divided by 7. This has to be less than 10 to the power of 3. Okay. Keeping comparing the powers, we can say n into n plus 1 has to be less than 7 2s are 14, 14 into 3 is 42. So we have to solve this expression. So what can be the value of n? n into n plus 1 should be, yes, n into n plus 1 should be greater than 42. हाँ ठीक है, n into n plus 1 should be greater than 42. ठीक है, I think initially I told lesser than ना, greater than होना चाहिए. ठीक है, this value is greater than 999. Team, I am doing this question again. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा ये हो गया, so I am doing it again. All right. So next, moving on to the question number 19. So question number 19 is what? If n is a positive integer such that this is 7, okay, this is written like this, 10 to the power of 1 upon 7 raised to the power into 2, okay, and this is moving like this up to power n. This should be greater than 999. Whatever this value is, okay, this should be greater than 999. Now instead of 999, 999 is very close to 10 to the power of 3. 10 to the power of 3 is 1000. So instead of 999, okay, what I'm doing, I'm just considering 10 to the power of 3. If any number will be greater than 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 3, ठीक है, अगर मान लो कोई नंबर 10 to the power 3 से बड़ा है, so obviously it will be greater than 999 also. ऐसे भी देख सकते हैं. So this can be written as, this is nothing but it is 10 to the power of 1 upon 7 into 10 to the power of 1 upon 7 into 2. So it will be 2 upon 7. Next term will be what? 10 to the power of 3 upon 7. Similarly, it will be 10 to the power of n upon 7. Now it has to be greater than 10 to the power of 3. Obviously, if this number is greater than 10 to the power of 3, it will be definitely greater than 999 also. When we'll be simplifying it, ठीक है, अब अगर आप ऐसे देखो, suppose I have this expression 2 to the power of 4 into 2 to the power of 3. Can't I say that it will be 2 to the power of 4 plus 3? Similar, can't I say that देखो, everywhere the base is 10. So simply we can add the powers. So when we'll add the powers, okay, it will be 1 by 7 plus 2 by 7 plus 3 by 7, and it will continue up to n by 7, and this should be greater than 10 to the power of 3. So if you'll take 7 common out, okay, so it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to n natural numbers. So it will be sum of n natural numbers, so that is n into n plus 1 by 2, and we have a 7 here, so I'm keeping the 7. This is greater than 10 to the power of 3. Simplifying this, we can say n into n plus 1 should be greater than 42. So what is the minimum value of n I can keep? The smallest value of n that will work is n equals to 6. अगर n की value 6 हो गया, देखो, now you can even you can solve make a quadratic equation and solve it. But if you'll simply observe it, number and a number greater than by it 1, और उन दोनों का product 42 होना चाहिए. So definitely it is 6 and 7. It means that the minimum value of n is 6. If I'm just keeping the value of n into 6, then also it will work. ठीक है, so n into 6, अब आप बोलोगे सर n into 6 अगर आप मैं रख रहा हूं, ठीक है, तो 6 into 7 होगा. 6 into 7 is not greater than 42. I agree, but this number is not exactly 10 to the power of 3. This number was actually 999. ठीक है, this number was 999. So even if you're keeping the value of n equals to 6, then also it will work. ठीक है, exactly for 6 also it will work. Had the question would have been instead of 999, अगर ये 10,000 ही होता, then this would don't and the value of n equals to 6 won't have worked. But since the value is 999, okay, so that's why n equals to 6 will work. So for question number 19, the answer will be what? It will be 6. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 20, and this is from the chapters of permutations and combinations. A 4-digit number is formed by using only the digits 1, 2 and 3 such that both 2 and 3 appears at least once. So you have to form a 4-digit number, right? We have to form a 4-digit number, but the condition is that 2 and 3 should be there. 2 and 3 should be there. Means anything happens, but 2 and 3 has to be there. Means two numbers are fixed, 2 and 3. So we need to pick only two more numbers. So what are the different combinations possible? First number is 2, second number is 3, and let the other two numbers are 3 and 3. So obviously 2 and 3 are there in the number. First number is 2, second number is 3, and the others are 1 and 1. First one is 2, second is 3, and the other is 2 and 2. Okay? Or it can be first is 2, 3 and 1, 2. Or we can have 2, 3 and 2, 3. Or we can have 2, 3 and 1, 3. Is there any more possibility? I think I have taken all the possibilities. Okay. Now, using this, how many numbers are possible? So we have to arrange 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 articles. 4 articles will be arranged in how many ways? It will be 4 factorial. But since 3 of them are repeated, so divided by 3 factorial. So it will be what? It will be 4. Okay, it will be 4. Next, 2, 3, 1, 1. So I have 4 articles, so it will be arranged in 4 factorial ways. Okay, since 2 have been repeated, so it will be divided by 2 factorial. So 4 into 3, it will be what? It will be 12. 2, 3, 2, 2. This is the same scenario. Okay. So for this, we will be having 4 more numbers. Next, 2, 3, 1, 2. 4 numbers are there in which 2 is repeated 2 times. So it will be what? It will be actually 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial, that is 12. 2, 3, 2, 3. 4 numbers are there. It will be arranged in 4 factorial ways. Okay, but the numbers are repeated. So it will be 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So 2 to 4 is gone. So it will be 3 into 2. It will be 6. 2, 3, 1, 3. So 4 numbers are there. So it will be 4 factorial. Since 3 has been repeated 2 times, it is 2 factorial. So it will be again 12. Okay, so total how many numbers we are getting? 12, 12, 12, 36, 46 and 50. So the total number of possible numbers are 50. 50 such numbers can be formed. So for question number 20, the answer is what? It is 5050. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 21. Let A, B, C, D be a parallelogram. Okay, very good. So A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. Let's draw it. A, B, C and D is a parallelogram. The length of sides AD and the diagonal AC are 10 and 20. So this is 10 and this is 20. If the angle ADC, so this angle is known, okay, that's 30 degree. Then find the area of the parallelogram. So we have to find the area of this parallelogram. Now by any means, if I am able to find the area of this triangle, okay, by any means, if I am able to find the area of this triangle, area of parallelogram will be just double of it. Because of any diagonal of a parallelogram divides into two equal triangle. So if you have to get the area of it, okay, I need to have the length of CD. Suppose I have to get the area of this triangle. Okay, I know the length of this A, this is the length B, and this is the angle theta. Can I use the formula? It will be half of A into B into sine theta. So I have this angle, I know this side. By any way, if I'm able to get this, okay, by any means, if you are able to calculate CD, the job will be done. So how to get the value of CD? So for CD, okay, we will be using the cosine formula. So as per cosine formula, what will be the value of cos 30? Cos 30 will be square of this, so it will be 100 plus square of this. Suppose I am assuming it as x minus square of it, that is 400, and whole will be divided by 2 times of AB. So it is 10 into x. Simply this is the cosine formula I have used. So what's the value of cos 30? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So this 2 is cancelled. Okay. So we will be having 10 root 3x equals to 100 minus 400. It's 300. Let's write it right directly. So it will be x square minus 300. So this is the quadratic equation we have got. Solving it definitely will be getting the value of x. So let's solve it. So the value of x is what? X will be plus 10 root 3 plus minus b square. So it will be 300 minus plus 4ac, so it will be 1200, right? And whole will be divided by 2. So this is 300, 1500. Okay, so if you'll take divide it by 2, so you'll be having the value of x. This is 10 root 3 and it will be 10 root 15. So the negative term will be taking out because x is a side. Okay, and side can never be negative. So the acceptable value will be 5 root 3. I'm dividing by 2 also. Okay, 5 root 3 plus 5 root 15. Solve this, you'll be getting 10 root 15 here. Okay, solve this one. This is 10 root 15. So this is 10 root 15. So this divided by 2. So it will be 5 root 15. So 5 root 3 plus 5 root 15 is the length of this side x. Now if we have to get the area of the triangle, now everything is no. So what will be the area of the complete parallelogram? The area of the complete parallelogram will, we can say that it will be 2 times the area of this triangle. So 2 times the area of half of 10 into x. The value of x is what? It's 5 root 3 plus 5 root 15 into sine 30. Sine 30, the value is again half. So this and this will be cancelled. This 2 and this 5 is cancelled. So it will be what? 25 root 3 plus 25 root 15. 25 root 3 plus 25 root 15. Okay. So option B is the answer. 25 root 3 plus 25 root 15. Okay. So this is question number 21. Very good question again. It's a mix of mensuration and geometry. Not geometry, sorry, trigonometry. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 22. It is from the chapters of modulus. Now see, so in this question what we have to do, simply we have to take different cases. Okay, when x and y both are positive, when x is positive y is negative, when y is negative x is positive, and when both are negative. So total we'll have 4 cases. Okay, let's understand each cases. Now if the first case where x and y both are positive or both are greater than 0. Okay, x and y both are greater than 0. It means that x is also positive and y is also positive. So accordingly this equation will be 3x. Mod of y will be y itself. So 2y plus y is 3y equals to 7. 3x plus 2y plus y, so it will 3y. Okay, I have considered y to be greater than 0. So if y is greater than 0, mod y will be y. Here x plus mod x. As x is greater than 0, so it will be 2x plus 3y, and that will be equals to 1. Okay, let's subtract it. So when you will be subtracting it, so 3 minus 2 is x. Okay, and x is equals to what? X is equals to 6. The value of x that we will be getting is 6. So x is 6. Okay, let's keep the value of 6 here. So it will be 3 into 6 plus 3y equals to 7. Or we can say that 3y is equals to 18 minus 7, it's minus 11. So clearly आप देख सकते हो the value of y you are getting is negative. But in this scenario we have considered that both x and y are positive. Okay, initially what we have considered, x and y both are positive. Okay, x I am getting positive, but y, the value of y is negative. It means that this condition is not true. Okay, the first condition is not true where x and y both are greater than 0. Let's take the second condition. Second condition, both x and y are negative. Okay, x and y both are lesser than 0. So x is also negative and y is also negative. So if x is negative, this will be 3x. Okay, this is minus 2y and this is y. So it will be minus of y. Since y is negative, this will be minus of 2y. So minus of 2y plus y, and it will be what? It will be 7. Solving this, x and this will be minus x. X minus x is 0. So it will be simply 3y equals to 1. Okay, now if 3y is only 1, so we can say that the value of y will be 1 upon 3. Again, it's a positive value. We considered that x and y both are negative, and the answer we are getting is y is a positive value. It means that this assumption is also a wrong assumption. Okay, both the assumptions are wrong. Let's take the another assumption now. Now I'm taking, okay, let x is positive and let x is greater than 0 and y is lesser than 0. Means x is positive and y is negative. So if x is positive, okay, what value will be having here? 3x. And y is negative, so it will be minus 2y. So it will be minus of y equals to 7. X is positive, so it will be 2x plus 3y equals to 1. Let's multiply this equation by 3. So अगर आप इसे 3 से multiply करोगे, it will be 9x minus 3y equals to 21, and it is 2x plus 3y equals to 1. Solving this will get cancelled. 9 plus 2 is 11x. 11x, it is 22. So the value of x is 2. The value we took for x is greater than 0. Okay, so x is 2. It is working. Let's place the value of x either in this equation or in this equation. Let's place it here. So it will be 3 into 2 minus y equals to 7. Or we can say that minus y is equals to 7 minus 6. Minus y is 1, or the value of y is what? It is 1. Sorry, y is minus 1. So y is negative. Yes, y is negative and x is positive. So when I am taking this condition, okay, the values are satisfying itself. It means that this was the desired assumption. So this is the value of x and this is the value of y. Let's place it here. So the value of x is 2. The value of y is minus 2. So it will be minus 2 into 1. When you will be placing it here, the answer you will be getting is 0. Okay. Similarly, you can try with other assumption also. The fourth assumption also. The answer is 0, but let's cross check the fourth assumption too. The fourth assumption will be x is negative and y is greater than 0. Now if x is negative, okay, so this will be 3x. As y is positive, so it will be 3y equals to 7. X is negative, so this will be minus x. So x minus x will be 0. So it will be 3y equals to 1. Okay, the value of y will be what? It will be 1 by 3. Y is positive. Yes, y is positive. Let's place it here and let's see whether I'm getting x negative or not. So 3x plus, if you'll place y, it will be 1 equals to 7, or 3x is equals to 6. The value of x is what? It is 2. Is x positive? No, x is not positive. Sorry, is x negative? No, x is not negative, it's positive. So this assumption was also wrong. So the third assumption that we took, which was x is greater than 0 and y is lesser than 0. Okay, this is working. So when this is working, the answer is what? This is option C, which is 0. Alright, so this brings us to the end of this amazing video. So I believe that you might have enjoyed all the solutions that we did. But if you want more of such videos, please do like the channel, okay? And if you want to get access to our live classes, mock strategies, free resources, etc., okay, simply comment MBA and you'll be getting the link to join the channel. Okay, so let's transform yourself with your preparation and dedication. So that for the next class, okay, it's time to say goodbye to you. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.